All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to unpack the incredible historical novel, The Hex of a Broken Diadem. It's this epic story about war, empires, and personal conviction, all set against the absolutely breathtaking backdrop of the Himalayas. So, the book kicks off with this really evocative verse. It just perfectly sets the mood, doesn't it? You get this immediate sense of something that's both beautiful and, well, completely broken. It paints a picture of a kingdom in shadows, which is exactly where we're about to begin. Okay, but before we go any further, there's something you really gotta know. As the author makes clear right up front, this is not a straight-up history lesson. It's a work of fiction. But, and this is the cool part, it's fiction built on the whispers of the past. It's all based on oral traditions and family stories, the kind of stuff that fills in the human gaps that official records always leave out. So, with that in mind, let's set the stage. We're jumping right into the central conflict that really lights the fuse for the entire story. Here's the core of the problem. We're talking the early 1800s. The kingdom of Kumaon is supposed to be independent, but it's not. It is being absolutely crushed under the thumb of a powerful, expansionist Gorkha army. And honestly, this one fact is the engine that drives the entire story. Every single character, every choice they make, it all comes back to this. So, in this high-stakes game for control of the Himalayas, who are the main players? Let's meet the three major forces that are on a direct collision course. First up, you've got Harsdev Joshi. Think of him as the heart and soul of the Kumaon resistance. This guy was the prime minister, and now he's lost everything, forced to live in exile. But the one thing he hasn't lost is his drive. He is masterminding a desperate plan to free his people. And this quote shows you exactly how smart he is. Joshi knows he can't win with just brute force. No, his weapons are words, his weapon is morality. He writes this powerful letter exposing the Gorkhas for their horrific slavery practices. He's framing this whole thing not as some border squabble, but as a genuine humanitarian crisis. He's appealing directly to the conscience of a world power. Our second player is the British East India Company, and the man running the show is Governor General Francis Hastings. Now, for a guy like Hastings, the Gorkha problem isn't a crisis. It's a golden opportunity. He's looking at the map, seeing a chance to push back a rival and expand the company's reach even deeper into the mountains. And this guy does not mess around. The second he gets the money he needs, it's game on. No hesitation. War is declared. It tells you everything you need to know about him. He's driven by strategy, by finance. It's a stark contrast to Joshi's moral crusade, right? And finally, our third player, the Gorkha army. Now, it'd be so easy to just paint them as the one-dimensional bad guys, but the novel is way more interesting than that. Yes, they are a formidable, undefeated fighting force, but we also see that the soldiers themselves, the men on the ground, are just worn down, deeply scarred by a lifetime of constant war. This quote from one of the Gorkha captains, wow, it just gives you a powerful look into that reality. Here's a guy on the other side, and he is just sick of the violence. It adds so much complexity, you know? It's a reminder that even within the enemy army, there's a heavy human cost to all this conflict. So, with these three massive forces all converging, one single person finds himself caught right in the eye of the storm. And that is our protagonist, Samuel Noel Belcher. Just look at the contrast here. On the one side, you've got his old life. A writer for the company, stuck in a dead-end job, totally disillusioned, just dreaming of being home. But then, everything changes. Joshi's letter about slavery finds its way to him, and suddenly, his life has a purpose. He transforms from just another cog in a commercial machine into a soldier with a real moral mission. And this quote just seals the deal. He's writing to his brother, and he makes it crystal clear why he's doing this. For him, this isn't about growing the empire or securing trade routes. This is a personal, moral fight. He has found a cause that is so much bigger than himself. So, the players are in position, our hero has his mission, and the stage is set for a massive showdown in the unforgiving Himalayas. And you can just see how quickly it all escalates. It's like a line of dominoes. It all starts with that one letter from Joshi. That letter fuels Hastings' ambition, he gets the funding, and then, bam, war is declared. The troops mobilize, and the first shots are fired. One thing leads directly to the next, and there's no turning back. But let's be real, this is no easy war. I mean, the terrain itself is a killer. These are steep, unforgiving mountains. They're up against Gorkha warriors who are masters of this kind of warfare. And then there's the human cost. You see whole villages just abandoned, ghost towns left behind by people fleeing the Gorkha terror. Winning here takes more than just firepower. It takes incredible endurance, and you absolutely need allies like Joshi who know the land. So, after a truly grueling campaign, we finally reach the end game. But as you can probably guess, every victory comes at a price. And this is it, the climax. After months and months of brutal fighting, the British-led forces finally take the Gorkha stronghold, Almora Falls. This is the turning point. The Gorkha hold on Kumaon is officially broken. And inside that huge military victory, we get this incredibly personal moment. They find and free a captured British officer, Captain Hearsey, from a dark cell. And it's more than just saving one guy, it's this powerful symbol that the old regime has collapsed and that a promise was kept between soldiers. But even in victory, the story reminds us that nothing is simple. This quote from the Gorkha captain, Kunmar Singh, shows us that their leadership was basically rotting from the inside. His disgust for his own commander's greed shows that the Gorkhas weren't just beaten by an outside force. They were also collapsing under the weight of their own corruption. And this brings us right back to where we started, doesn't it? The novel isn't just about battles and treaties. It's about preserving the human stories, those family histories and oral traditions that take the black and white facts of history and give them flesh and blood. And so, as we close out, the novel leaves us with this one big, powerful question. When all the flags have changed and the fighting is over, what was really won? And maybe even more important, what was lost forever in those mountains? It really forces you to think about the true cost of redrawing a map. A question that definitely sticks with you long after you're done.